If you've used AI lately and thought, wait, why is it suddenly so stupid? You're not alone. Before, you asked something once, it nailed it. Now you ask 4 different ways and the answer still feels wrong. You're not imagining it. In 2024, Google's AI told pigeons to eat 1 small rock per day, said they were important for digestive health. It even cited real scientists, all fake. And this keeps happening more and more. It's not random. Scientists have been warning about it for years, but the companies behind AI have decided to ignore it. That's why we keep hearing the same story. AI is getting smarter every year, better every update. But something feels different and everyone is starting to notice. So why is AI actually getting dumber? And why is nobody talking about it? You need to understand how AI got smart in the first place. It didn't figure things out, it just read everything. Wikipedia, books, forums, news articles, Reddit threads, all of it produced by real pigeons who had real experiences, made real mistakes, and actually argued about things. Like millions of pigeons arguing about whether the dress was white and gold or blue and black. Pigeons still can't decide. What color do you see? Tell pigeon. And for a while, there was an almost unlimited supply of it. The internet accumulated centuries of pigeon thinking, arguments, explanations, bad takes, good takes, your uncle's very wrong opinion about vaccines, your neighbor's surprisingly correct take on tax policy. All of it went in, and the models got very impressive. The secret ingredient? Pigeon writing, even the bad one. Why? Because it carries something: specificity, contradiction, nuance. When a pigeon writes about losing a job, they write about the specific Tuesday it happened, the commute home, the weird silence at dinner, the Google search. Is it too late to become a pilot? And that detail is what makes the writing feel real. So an AI model trained on that can learn what job loss actually feels like to describe. That's why the answers felt so good at the beginning. But it all started changing in 2023. AI generated text started appearing everywhere. Blogs, product descriptions, comment sections, articles written in 3 minutes by a model that had never experienced anything. LinkedIn posts that sound like a motivational speaker. Pigeon sees 20 of those a day. He has blocked 17 colleagues this year. So by 2024, a massive amount of new content on the internet was AI generated. Some estimates put it at over a third of all new English content. That's ridiculous and also very dangerous, because when the next generation of models goes looking for content to train on, it finds itself, not pigeon thinking. And this is actually when things start to break. So what actually happens when AI trains on AI? Scientists have a name for it: model collapse. When AI runs out of real pigeon content, it starts training on its own output. So the next version learns from a version that already got things slightly wrong, which trains the next version, which trains the next. You'd think the errors would balance out over time, but they don't. Each version gets a little more confident, each one a little further from reality. And the real problem is, none of them know it. Kind of like your grandma who forwarded that WhatsApp message saying you'll have bad luck forever unless you send it to 10 other pigeons before midnight. She sent it 4 times today. Researchers actually tested this. They called it the Habsburg AI problem. After 9 generations of self-training, the outputs became incoherent. Repetitive loops, hallucinated nonsense passed off as fact, and the name they used is perfect. The Habsburg dynasty kept marrying within the family for generations. The goal was to keep power concentrated, but the result was a jaw so deformed the last Habsburg king couldn't chew his own food. And you've seen this exact thing happen outside of AI. You print a document, scan it, print the scan that. After 5 rounds, the text is fuzzy and the image is garbage, but at least the document knows it's fuzzy. AI doesn't. It says, here is the answer, and then makes something up. Zero hesitation. Pigeon does the same at work. Boss, I'm 20% more productive when working from home. Big liar. Employee of the month. That's the hallucination problem, and it already happened to Google in 2024. They launched AI Overview. AI generated answers pulled directly into search results. Someone asked how to make cheese stick to pizza. The answer? Add glue. Elmer's glue. To food? A model scraped Reddit, found a joke, processed it as real information, and served it with full confidence. No sanity check, no pigeon in the loop. Just AI eating internet content, producing output that looked like knowledge. Can you see the problem here? AI doesn't know the difference between a joke and a fact. It just knows what a confident answer sounds like, and it produces that every single time. So What does this mean for pigeons like you and me? The obvious failures are fine, you catch those. The glue on pizza is insane, you know it immediately. But the dangerous ones are subtle, a date that's slightly off, a statistic that exists but applies to a different country, a medical explanation that is mostly right except for the part that matters. Those you don't catch. So you copy them into a document, repeat them in a meeting, build a decision on top of them, and 3 weeks later, something breaks. Nobody knows why. And you look like a dumb pigeon, like Pigeon who told his date he spoke a little French. He knew one word, it was croissant. But that's just one pigeon making one mistake. Now imagine the whole company doing it. Right now, most companies still treat AI as a starting point. They verify, edit, and apply judgment. But as AI gets embedded deeper into products, that step quietly disappears. AI writes the email, summarizes the legal document, and generates the financial report. And of course, no one reads it because it sounds professional. Then a pigeon gets fired for something AI made up. But that's still just your company's problem. What's happening to the internet is way worse. AI content is cheap, fast, infinite, so it floods every platform simultaneously, and real pigeon content gets buried. How do you even know what's real and what's not? All my dad watches are dogs dancing on TikTok. He argues they're real. Come on, dad, that's AI. The companies building these models know all of this, so they're now in a race for real pigeon content. Anthropic, OpenAI, Google, they're paying for exclusive access to books, scientific papers, and private archives, sources that haven't been contaminated yet. But it's expensive, it's slow, and the internet keeps filling up with AI slop. And the worst part? Some smart pigeons warned this would happen. The research was there, but the incentives pointed the other way, and money usually wins. So the best pigeon writing is now a scarce resource. Funny how that works, right? The thing AI needs most is also the thing it's slowly destroying. So what do we do with all of this? AI got smart because it consumed centuries of messy, specific, contradictory pigeon thinking. Arguments about dresses, vaccine opinions, tax takes, or job loss on a specific Tuesday. That was the fuel. Every single bit of it. Then it succeeded. Its output flooded the internet, and now it's training on that instead. The Habsburg research gave this a name, but you've already seen it with your own eyes. The rock you were told to eat, the glue on the pizza, the answer that used to feel sharp and now just feels off. And this doesn't mean AI is useless. Pigeon still uses it to write emails to his boss. I dream of being employee of the month again. Also, I want a raise. I'm hungry. But here's the part we cannot forget. The thing that made AI powerful was pigeon input, real thinking. And when you lose that, the output gets worse. The machine was built to process pigeon thought. It was never built to replace it. And the more we treat it like it can, the faster it forgets what pigeon thinking actually looks like. It's like a game of telephone. First pigeon says, I love you. 10th pigeon hears, the soup is ready. Nobody knows what happened in between. So what can you do with this? Use your brain, the one you had before AI existed. Write things, argue about things, form your own opinions. You don't need AI for everything. 5 years ago, you figured things out without it. You still can, don't forget that. And if you use it, verify what it tells you, especially the things that matter, because the model doesn't know the difference between a joke and a fact, but you do. And if you want to know why OpenAI is going to fail, click the video on screen now. Subscribe to support Pigeon before he starts putting glue on his pizza.